the small clubs need to understand that nobody dreams of playing for Brighton.
Hold on, who dreams of playing for Tottenham?
Clearly the North's got the better fans.
The South, they just do it different.
It's been said, you know what I mean?
Everyone in the Premier League, we're all against each other throughout the mid-season. But one thing is that nothing can't beat is like them days at Box Park when I've been to Box Park and everybody, no matter who they support, is all together, and the solidarity and the coming together of everyone, just wanting to see England win something that we haven't, not even our parents, most of our parents haven't even been able to see this country win something. I just think the coming together of it and the feeling, the ecstasy of winning that World Cup, I don't think it can be beaten.
I get that. I would absolutely love to see England win the World Cup, but if you're comparing it to your team winning the Premier League, that is something that I could only dream of ever seeing my club do. But if you gave me a choice, 100% I'd be choosing that. And it's very easy for you to sit there and say that you would prefer England to win a World Cup because your club has won everything else, so you've got nothing left to win. So it's a non-argument for me, but if you ask the majority of Premier League fans, they will all come up and say they would prefer to see their team win the Premier League than England in the World Cup. It wouldn't mean that they wouldn't want to see it, but they would much prefer their team to win it because it's just an achievement.
The thing is the reason why,
they would say.
But that's what it is. The majority of the majority of the Premier League fans have never won a Premier League title. There's not many, so I understand that concept. But as a person who's been there and won the Premier League, I just feel like I know that level of excitement when we eventually do get it, because we've been so close, and just everybody is on. Like I've never seen scenes like when England score a goal in a semi-cup fight, in a semi-final or a quarter-final, and get into that final when we had a chance.
That's because you're a Chelsea fan. Come and support us.
Never seen Chelsea win the Premier. You should have been in the
Yes,
FA Cup
that's what I mean. I understand.
If it was at the FA Cup final back in May, then you would have understood those teams.
You've won,
oh no, 100%.
You've won so much. Winning it just doesn't mean that much to you guys anymore.
But I've been in a
position. To a club like us, us going to win the FA Cup or the Premier League, the scenes would be just.
I've been in a position when
epic as England winning the World Cup.
I was in a position when I was 15, 14 years old and we won our first title. But now I know that what it means to England fans to win a trophy in their country.
I'll be honest, I couldn't care less if England win anything, I really don't, because I've seen how the vitriolic hate that goes towards some of their own players when things don't go well. And at the end of the day, you pick your club, and this is day in, day out, the club that you bleed, the club that you represent, the club that you love. I'm always going to pick something good happening to the club that I've supported day in, day out over a country that probably doesn't even care about me, let alone wanting me to care about them, so nah.
You know what, I think, like you said, the older generations, they deserve to celebrate that, and I think it's a bit of a joke that we haven't won anything. And I'm not mad if we don't win the Prem, but I'm mad if I don't see England win a trophy.
What I want is everybody to come together. I want to chuck my pint in the air. I want to hug the nearest geezer to me, next door to me. You know what I mean? I like all that. And I did flip-flop. I was back and forth. Let's have something for the older generations to have a cheer about. And the people who support the smaller clubs, because the way football finances have gone, you know, some clubs are never going to have the chance to get up there. So let's have something all to cheer about. Why not? I'm a socialist. Climb on. Clearly the North's got the better fans because they've got more beer inside them because it's a lot cheaper. The pies are better, so they're a lot happier. And more importantly, they can laugh at themselves a little bit. You know what they're like down here? It's mad as a fish in petrol.
Are the pies better though? You've got your Cornish pasties.
Chicken Baltic,
Good
come
chicken.
on.
But then, big days out at Wembley. You've got your Man United fans, you've got your Liverpool fans.
And they live nearby though.
No, they live very nearby. But they're all Southerners. They're not up north. Northern fans are Southerners. You've got your Man United fans from Guildford.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, you do. I'm not disagreeing with you on that one. But like the Northern fans are a lot more passionate. You know, we talk a lot about Newcastle and Sunderland and everything that's going up there. You know, you got Middlesbrough down there as well and Hartlepool. But then you've got in Sheffield two well-supported clubs as well. You've got us and the ones we shouldn't speak of. And then you've got Rotherham that are like, you know, Yorkshire, Middlesbrough. And then you move across and you've got Manchester clubs as well. And then, you know, Bolton. But you know what I mean? We like our football. We're a lot more passionate and, you know.
Are they more passionate? No, you've got the culture, the diversity of the sound.
Come on.
Northern is a way
You've got the noise, you've got the energy, the sound.
noise?
They just do it different.
I know,
Chelsea,
but
they're banging on the people like Brighton. What do you mean noise?
You're making it difficult for me to stand in.
yeah.
London fans.
London fans, I will give it for the London away days. The London away days are decent. You know, we come down here. That's a big day out.
I went to Fulham and they gave us
That's a big day out for us. I'll give you that one. But we're a lot more passionate. We're a lot more louder. We can laugh at ourselves. And when we drop a C-bomb, it's been said. You know what I mean? You lot say it down here like punctuation but we say it, and when a C-bomb's been dropped, it's been said.
Talking about the sea, but when the fans go down to the south, you've got the seaside resorts in Bournemouth, Brighton, Blackpool.
You're missing out, Skegness, bro. You're missing it. Crew Alexandra.
Yeah, well, we got the best atmosphere in South, and I have to say, when we have clubs like Brighton, the Brentfords, the Tottenhams, the Arsenals, it's disgraceful compared to the North. Let's just be real, like it's embarrassing. You'll go to the Emirates, so you just hear Arsenal, Arsenal. You go to Tottenham, I don't know what they say, they just all sit down, and you go Chelsea, 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 Chelsea. It's boring. I have to admit, I'm embarrassed. We're the only one that's carrying the throne down in South, but I want to back South, but I can't.
So I went to uni in Sheffield for 3 years, and the fans there were good. I live in Manchester, the fans there are good. And I just think every time I come down to London for an away game, it's just stale. It just feels really cleansed and just modern. You'll have a proper conversation about football. Down here, it's just all tourists.
Okay, so imagine the scenario. You've got a girlfriend. She's kind of beautiful. Do you think Joby Bellingham, she hits his line, you think she should just leave?
Yes.
It's Bellingham.
Yes, she's. Wait, let's have this right.
Do you want someone that's loyal?
Jude Bellingham's going to give her a better life. He's got better money. He might even be better looking than you. At the end of the day, there's a food chain.
No, but you
want
to be known as Jude Bellingham's touch.
There's a food chain.
Touch,
but there's a food chain in football. The small clubs need to understand that nobody dreams of playing for Brighton. Nobody dreams of playing.
But she loves you.
Dream of playing for
But you
Real
love
Madrid,
her.
Barcelona.
Hold on, who dreams of playing for Tottenham?
Yes, they would dream to play for Tottenham. We're a big club that play.
And Brighton also.
When you look at these players, ultimately, I think these players, clubs have contracts with these players. These players are entitled to want to leave this club and move on to a bigger club, especially when you've got a team giving big money for them. There's no problem.
No, but who would you prefer? You want loyalty. No. So she goes to Jude Bellingham. What she want? Prime Brad Pitt. She's always going to be on the move
up.
But
then you can look at some people that have been loyal, and I'll even look at myself and say Harry Kane. Someone that was loyal, and now at 31 years old, he's winning the Bundesliga, and nobody cares.
He played his contract, mate.
If he left at his prime, like Modric or Bale, he could have been like Real Madrid. So at the end of the day, I even understand as Tottenham, there's a food chain in football. There's bigger clubs than me, there's plenty of bigger clubs than Brighton. So when teams coming for your players, they will want to leave. It's just natural.
Oh, there's 2 points to that. Harry Kane is so well respected in the Tottenham acute community. He stayed long. He wasn't there for 2 seasons and then dips. He was there for what, 8-9 years? And so he respects that. B, I remember when Tottenham fans were talking about teams like Brighton, and now we beat you every season. That's a different point. So like McAllister, we love him. We still do, even though he's at Liverpool, because he played his contract.
Well, guess what? Nobody's going to remember McAllister at the end of his career for playing for Brighton.
Well,
they remember him for playing for Liverpool.
When he was at Brighton.
So ultimately, when you get these opportunities to go to a bigger club, you can then go and play in the World Cup team. Then nobody's sending scouts to watch Brighton games.
Yeah, but we're sending scouts to their players.
Clubs need you need to play at a big club to be platformed and be remembered. Yeah, but nobody wants to be at a small club.
He signed a contract. He respects the contract, and we love him.
What we're talking about really is that player power has gone too far, and we've got people trying to force a move and trying to flirt with other clubs and bring either clubs into disrepute and almost kind of breach their contract while still getting paid the same amount just so they can find another one. I'm all for players, wanting big moves and doing all this, but it's the way you do it.
Disrespecting the club that you are at to try and force that move is not the right way of doing it, because that is the club that gave you that opportunity in the first place. You wouldn't be in the position to make that move in the first place if it wasn't for that club.
I like my footballers to be rock stars, and I want them to be rock stars, and what I'm fed up of doing is pretending like these multi-millionaires that are coming over from different countries actually give a toss about Tottenham, or that they really wanted to play for Newcastle that entire time while they were in their career. And then I've got to sit there and listen to Newcastle cry about getting 100-odd million for Isak when they can buy my club twice over and still have plenty of money left to dry their tears with. Get in the bin.